within. I can't go through it alone, and I won't leave you on your own. I stand before you now and promise you I am not afraid. I will fight and guide the way. We will rise again to glory then, soar into the sky. If you stop and see, then you just might believe. We're unstoppable, powerful, enough to beat the odds. If you love me, you will see the flames inside of me.
Hi everybody and welcome back to Seduce Me, the Demon War. No, Seduce Me 2, the Demon War. Yeah, that's it. You all voted, and there we go. And I read it was between James and Eric. Some said Diana, but you guys can shh. James and Eric, who's it gonna be? Shoot, I should get a drum roll sound effect on my phone. Hold on a second. And who's gonna be it tonight, the fruit? Drum roll, please.
Hold on there! Before you start the game, I need to ask you a few things. Don't want to get lost now.
Totally gonna use that in the future. We picked Eric's route in case you weren't paying attention. Anywho, what the frick did I do? No,
First
speak,
of all,
please, speak.
Have you read the first story? Seduce Me the Otome?
Yeah. Yes, I have.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I know.
Oh, awesome! Alright then. Eric's a nice guy once you see under his Playboy mask.
He's not a playboy. Really?
Anyway, I have one last question for you. Some people like...
Screw it.
Alright then. Oh, just so you know, though, anytime you have the choice to have sex, I think that should be everything. Alright.
You forgot?
Huh? Oh!
It's fine, I'll take care of it. This game was produced by Michaela Laws using the Ren'Py visual novel engine. We truly hope you enjoy this story.
Ren'Py.
Thanks, Diana. Now, don't you have a war to go fight?
For like the fourth freaking time.
I do. I just wanted to make sure everything was in order before the story began.
I'm very
I'll
cold.
take my leave now.
I'm cold. Diana walked in. I got cold.
Thanks, Di.
Do not call me Di.
You cannot nickname the name Diana. I'm just saying you can't. Di just sounds like die. You see?
Anyway, we really do hope you like the story. Have fun. See you at the end.
I'll see you there. Through painful stuff. I like how I just got here and I'm already creeped out. A sweet lullaby, one you would hear as you were rocked in your mother's arms as a child. I would not help but adore such melodies with every ounce of my being, smiling whenever one would play for me. This is really creepy. Are we back in We back in one of them RPG horrors? It was only fitting that I would enjoy my dreams with the sound of one playing in my head. My slumber was calm and peaceful as a sweet tune echoed in the abyss of my subconsciousness. Subconscious, sorry. I didn't know why, but I relished the tune that night. Strange, really, how a melody could calm any storm running through your heart. My storm was my engagement to Erik, my demon soulmate. Ahah. Yes, he was my soulmate, my prince. At the same time, he was indeed a demon. Just a minor flaw. I adored him with every ounce of my being, and I was about to be married to him in the weeks ahead. I couldn't have been more nervous and excited about the whole ordeal, my goodness. Still, the lullaby that floated in my dreams kept me calm and at peace. I wondered if the same music could soothe an actual child. God, don't, ha. A child's laughter broke me from my peace, causing me to slowly open my eyes and awaken from my slumber. What the fuck? My eyes focused. Are we gonna be pregnant by the end of this? I have a feeling that she got us knocked up. Yes, because that makes sense. My eyes focused on the ceiling as I tried to figure out what that sound was. Was it a part of my dream? It was effective enough to wake me up. I rose from my bed looking around the room in confusion. Why had I heard a child's laugh, and how did it wake me up? It was strange to say the very least a child's voice. However, before I could contemplate about it further, a slight dip in my bed to my side made me gasp softly, in surprise. Whoa. I feel like I just had a stroke or something. Damn. I looked to my side to see Erik still sound asleep beside me. He looked so peaceful and happy, like he was absorbed into a joyful dream. I'm doing great! Of his own. I couldn't help but smile at the sight before leaning down and kissing that beautiful forehead of his. He shifted slightly, mumbling my name. Oh, shit. Oh, cool! Cool! I need my drum roll sound effect again. Okay. Yeah, alright. Let's do drum roll. Drum roll. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, we'll just start with 1 and just let it roll through. I think that works. Because why not? I giggled softly. He was just too adorable for words. I truly loved him with all of my heart. I love you. So excited. Still, despite wanting to stay in bed a little longer with the man of my dreams, the child's laughter ushered me to slowly creep out of my bed and leave the room to find where it had come from. Is it Simon? Turning on the lights in the lobby, I looked around the main part of the mansion to find out where the laughter had come from. Oh boy. Oh boy. So it's an actual thing, it's not just our tree. Oh boy. I heard the laughter trail off, as if the voice itself was moving and guiding me to where I wanted me to go. I maintained pursuit, not wanting to lose track of it. I'm determined. Any normal person would have been would have been creeped out. I, however, any normal person, raise a hand. I, however, was brave enough to figure out what was going on by myself, because I am a woman and I don't need no man. Can't believe I just said that. As I was led to my grandfather's office, it was his place of work, as well as his sanctuary for his magic study. Because he was a witch, apparently. Wizard. Don't get the two mixed up. Turtles playing Walking Dead Season 2. Good luck, Turtles! You can go away now, thank you. I knew that he studied magic and had to come to accept it during my time with Erik and his brothers. Still, it was something I was curious about. The lights were on, but the laughter seemed to have faded away as I entered the room. Was I not in the right place? As I stepped further into the room, I felt a sense of nostalgia. Despite only ever finding the room after my grandfather's passing, something about this place made me feel warm and happy and fuzzy, like I belonged in here. This was where my grandfather imagined his greatest toys and made them come to life. Just realized there's such a blur coming from my computer screen. I can't see anything. It was here where he studied endlessly about the demon world and demon magic. I felt like I was stepping into a museum of history. Thinking about it, I began to wonder what my grandfather would think if he knew that I was going to marry one of the incubi he had brought into the human world. I knew he had been the one to do it. Damien confessed to me when Erik proposed. What a love triangle we got going on there. It was a bit interesting to think about how he would have reacted. Would he be proud? Would he be disappointed? I could never know. You're marrying a demon of sex. I mean, me personally, if I was your mother, I'd be like, girl, high five. No, but a father, a grandfather. Yeah. I was broken out of my thoughts, however, as I heard the click of a lock unlatching echo through the room. I turned my head toward the sound, pinning the origin of it on one of the nearby drawers. Why did it unlock on its own? Oh my gosh, we're being haunted by ghosts! Sorry, I turned into Stitch there for a second. I was a little nervous as to why it had done that. I didn't open my guide. Get out of here. That wasn't Steam. Ugh. I didn't open my... Ooh. Sorry. Games everywhere. Games everywhere. Yeah, you get to see my Steam because I don't care that much. Give me a guide to where I need to go. This one? No, this one. I don't know. Fuck! Go away! Spoilers! Spoilers! Oh shit, I went too far back. Let's do this one. Let's do this one. There we go. No, not that. What? Did I seriously just... How about this one? That one's better. Eric's the first one. Okie dokie, though it doesn't matter, so we're gonna open it because we're curious. I was indeed my grandfather's granddaughter. Good job, good deduction. I felt my curiosity take control of my body and guide me to the drawer. Sliding it open, I saw 2 books neatly placed in the drawer covered with a thin layer of dust. One was obviously my grandfather's magic book, and the other must have been his journal. Ooh, we're gonna read a diary! I lifted both up and examined them, gingerly wiping the dust off of them. I wanted to read a bit more about each of them, but I wasn't sure which one to open first. Diary, 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 diary. I decided to look through grandfather's journal. Maybe he had something he wanted to show me. I wasn't entirely sure why I was doing this in the first place. Because, why not? Are those windows open? It looks like they're open. Anyway. Can we just take a moment to admire the detail in this room? Pretty nice. I opened his journal and scanned my eyes across each page. I flipped through. He had so many notes, it was hard to fathom him knowing so much about everything he wrote. He was smart, though, so it wasn't entirely surprising. One section, however, made me stop and read in depth. Demon children? On the page was a badly sketch of a humanoid creature I had to assume was demon. From the size, it could have been a child, however, I wasn't entirely sure. Apparently, there were multiple demon races, not just incubi and succubi. There were hundreds, if not thousands, of different demon types, and each had their own methods on how they bred to produce children. So, okay, for people who are, I'll say 11 and under, we're about to have the birds and the bees talk right now, so cover your ears. Why am I saying cover your ears? You're watching Seduce Me. If you're here, I don't need to give you any more warning than the title. Demons of Lilith were most human-like in terms of pregnancy. I don't want to learn about this. We are learning about the birds and the bees. They bear the child for a set amount of time and deliver, paired with magic was seamless and painless. Wouldn't that be nice? However, as soon as the demon is born, the parents imbue their child's demon name into their souls. What does that mean? It seems so confusing at first glance, but as I read further, I became more and more intrigued about demons and their children. A demon mother... Get out of here, fly. Demon mothers, regardless of race, had to bear enough energy for both the mother and the child. I am moving my butt in my seat, I'm so sorry. This, along with the... That is the 3rd time my phone has fallen to the floor. Let's all just pray it's not cracked. Had to bear enough energy for both mother and child. This, along with a host for other reasons, were why the females of the dominant gender in the abyssal planes. Oh, so girls rule in the abyssal plane. That's cool. However, if a demon bearing a child didn't have enough energy, her child would absorb the last of it and kill the mother in an attempt to sustain itself. My goodness. I swallowed thickly. Was energy that important to demons? You're in the second game. How could a child even do that to their mother? They die after too. One thing was explicitly mentioned, however. Unlike humans, demons form souls in the womb. What? Making them living beings while still forming in their mother's body. They become sentient as soon as they're conceived. What? It was strange to think about. Demon babies were aware they were alive before they even were born? That was intriguing. Okay, she explained it to me. Good. Creepy children. The child's laughter reappeared, softly floating through the air and making me turn toward the door. I quickly followed it, leaving the room and returning to the lobby. Is anyone there? As I turned to the stairs, I could hardly believe my eyes. So, I'm gonna pack up my stuff and leave. If you guys want to continue this without me, go for it. Ugh. A floating orb, barely the size of my head, was floating down the stairs. Ghost. Heading toward the back doors, I gripped the railing and... Okay. And stared, not believing what I was seeing. Was this really happening? What was it even? A ghost? A spirit? Same thing? Some illusion meant to trick me? I couldn't wrap my head around it. Still, it practically called for me to tail behind it. I continued to follow it. It seemed to want me to. Anyway, was this a game? Hello? Going home. Anyway. It led me to the backyard where it simply floated in the air near the gazebo. I stayed by the doorway, unsure of actually stepping out of the house to meet with it. It didn't move, so I could only assume that it accepted my hesitation. Hello?
Hi.
Oh my gosh. Hi! Hi! The orb gently spun around itself in a circle, almost like a happy child. For some reason, it made me feel really happy seeing it, despite it being a simple floating orb. It seemed friendly enough, so I stepped out into the backyard and slowly made my way toward it. It gently bobbed up and down as if it was waiting for me to approach. I stepped a couple of feet away from it, not wanting to get too close in case it was a trick. Hi there.
Hi. What's your name?
You sound adorable. Oh, my name is Sexto!
Wow. That's a pretty name.
Don't lie to me. Don't lie. Thank you. Who are you?
Oh. I'm no one. I don't have a name.
You must have a name, question mark. You don't have a name?
No. I wasn't able to get one. But that's okay.
I'll name you.
I'll get one soon.
I'll name you. Come into me, child. I'm great with names. The orb, whatever it was, had to be the spirit of some child. Human? I didn't know. I wasn't sure. All I knew was how sweet and innocent it sounded. The child's voice was pulling at my heartstrings in all the right ways. The orb twirled around again with a small laugh.
Let's play together.
Okay, what do you want to play? Ooh. Okay, do you want to play Chutes and Ladders? Oh my gosh. Or how about Candyland? I like Candyland. Oh, I mean, but what would we play? I almost couldn't believe the words coming out of my mouth. Was I really okay with playing games with a spirit? I mean, it was friendly, yes, but it was a spirit. What was I doing out in the middle of the night with it was another question. I let go of and fade away in my head as I stared at the orb. My heart felt fuzzy and warm enough to ignore the doubting niggling. Niggling! I don't like that word. I don't like that word at my brain. The orb had dipped and spun around my body, making me giggle and try to follow it. As it circled back to where it used to be, I almost bounced in the air happily.
Come on. Let's dance.
That's not playing a game, but sure! I began to dance around the orb as it moved gracefully around my form. In my head, a song began to play as I had fun weaving and swaying with the orb. I felt light and happy, even though a part of my mind was questioning what it was doing. Why was I doing this? Why was I so accepting of the spirit? My body was moving on its own, but I was enjoying every minute of it. The orb followed along, matching each sway with one of its own. Soft laughter echoed from it once in a while after every couple of steps I took. It seemed to enjoy my company, which in turn somehow made me happy.
Princess?
What is that? Did you make that? It's gone, but did you make that? Do you know where that came from? The orb gasped and hid behind me as I stopped dancing. I turned quickly to see Erik standing by the doorframe with a confused but tired look on his face. Erik.
What are you doing out here, love?
I found this. Snitch. I don't know. I blushed, rubbing my hands together behind my back from embarrassment. I must have looked like a fool dancing in the yard in the middle of the night. I turned my head to look at the orb, but gasped in surprise when I realized it had disappeared. What?
What's wrong?
Fairy thing. Oh, damn it. There was a thing. I was beyond lost and confused. What was happening? What had just happened? I turned back to Erik to see him walking towards me. I crossed my arms, realizing how cold the night air was. I smiled meekly at Erik. I just wanted to get some fresh air, that's all, and dance around in the lilies.
While dancing by yourself?
Shh. Should I have woken you up before I go? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm personally sorry. Next time I will wake you up. Wake me up before I go. I'm planning on going. Anyway, I stared at Erik, not sure of what he meant. If he was watching, he would have seen the spirit dancing with me. Tell him, man. You didn't see the orb that was dancing with me? His eyes like, what?
Huh? Orb?
Yeah, it was about yay high, circle-ish, kind of like that moon behind you. Erik raised an eyebrow, obviously not understanding what I meant. Did he really not see it? It's true, there was a spirit here that looked like an orb and it was dancing with it. And I was dancing with it. By myself. I know it wasn't making any sense. He didn't seem to believe me. Still, I didn't want to lie to him. He was going to be my husband soon. Well, that's good. So we had to trust each other. If my reason sounded stupid, fine. But at least it was the truth. Erik finally smiled and reached towards me before petting my head.
Did you have fun then?
My fiance's going fucking crazy, but did you have fun? Yes, I had a great time, thank you. Wait, he really did believe me? I wasn't entirely sure if he did, but from the look he gave me, he was willing to accept my answer either way. I'm gonna go start singing with some mice. I'll see you later. Erik gently reached out and took one of my hands, placing his other hand on my waist. Oh, we're gonna dance! I was trying to picture it. I'm like, what the fuck? I looked up to see him. I looked up at him to see his lips curve into a small, playful smirk.
Would you mind if I dance with you then, princess?
Let me check my Sure. I'm just changing my keyboard color because it wasn't annoying me. There we go. Oh, there we go. My face turned red at his question, but I smiled and nodded. I like dancing with him. I tightened my hand over Erik, straightening up and leaning against his chest, ready to dance. To crickets. Yeah. Erik chuckled softly before leading me into a slow but elegant waltz around the backyard. I felt like I needed to thank the spirit for giving me yet another wonderful memory with Erik. He led me around the backyard as if we were at a real ball. Sorry about that noise if you heard that. My moon. That's my moon now. Bite me. The moon swerved as a brilliant crystal chandelier, and the wind became our music. Eventually, however, we had to go back inside. It was cold and it was very late. I didn't want the night to end, though. So it would, wink wonk. Watching Erik as we walked up the stairs to the bedroom, my heart began to flutter even more, and soft heat began to burn in my core. He was not only charming, but he was so handsome, and definitely knew what buttons to press to make me feel amazing. Thanks again, turtles. It didn't matter that he was an incubus. I really had fallen in love with him. And was both romantically and sexually, well, that's good, attracted to him. Though, did I really want to pursue my desires right now? We did just stop dancing. Fucking go for it. Who denies a chance to do that? Look at the hand snapping fingers like, what is up? Yep. The burning in my core wasn't going to go away by itself. We can do it in the shower again, because that was great. Darn it! But the shower! That was our moment, Erik! That was our moment! It was the shower. I'll never forget it. As Erik and I approached our room, I quickly pulled his arm and turned him around to face me. Look at me, boy! What do you see?
What?
What do you mean, what? Let me just turn the sexy music up. Before he could finish the sentence, I jumped up and wrapped my arms and legs around him. Tackle him to the bed. Hello! Kissing him deeply, instinctively he circled his arms around me to support me. But he stared in shock at my eagerness. Goodness, has she not gotten any about 3 months? I mean... Within seconds, he melted into the kiss and panted against my lips. My goodness, and pop my collar for this. Pop my collar, stretch my collar. He tightened his grip around me as we walked backwards towards the bed. When his legs hit the side of the mattress, he sat down and allowed his hands to rub my back. I pulled away from the kiss ever so slowly, enjoying every moment that I was still connected to his lips. Before letting out a small sigh, I was pretty sure I had made myself clear, hopefully, but I gave him a softly spoken demand. I don't want to go to bed yet. Yep, that's my sexy whisper. What's yours, guys? Erik stared up at me before licking his lips and slowly running his hand under my shirt. You dirty boy! And up my back. Tickle shot up my spine as his fingers ran over my bare skin, a shuddering moan escaping my lips.
As my princess comes in.
Yep. Beautiful. Beautiful. I felt Erik gently lift my... I felt Erik gently lift my shirt up, and I lifted my arms for him to fully remove it from my body before he tossed it aside. The cool air hitting my skin made me shudder as Erik pulled me back into in for another heated kiss. Damn his hands for memorizing my body. He knew what spots to caress, making me buck my hips against his. Okay, and tighten my hold on him when I felt his smirking against my mouth. I softly bit onto his lower lip, telling him silently not to play with me, or you'll be punished. I felt the warm sensation of his enthrallment invade my body, causing me to cuddle closer against his chest and softly grind my hips against his knee. I almost got the sentence perfect. His enthrallment was part of our foreplay. Gotta love foreplay. Adding 10 times more pleasure to our sex. I'm allergic to it. I'm allergic to sex. I knew that he had poured every ounce of his love for me into our lovemaking. Huh. That was kind of vibrated there. Every time we did the doodly-doo was just another confession. Lays in bed, looks at you. You want to do the doodly-doo? Yep. And that is now a quote. Want to do the doodly-doo? Which is another confession of true love between us. It wasn't just to feed hunger and desire. It became one of the many ways we showed our love to each other. Yes, you've told me this many times with many different boys, you slut. It was only a benefit that he was an incubus, cause a natural master of the diddly-doo. Every touch made me tremble, and every kiss on my skin made me swoon and melt in his arms. He knew how to make me how to make me crave him, how to make me shiver with ecstasy. How many times have I said that word? Too many times than I want to. I had been surprised to learn I was his first, and his only with how talented he was. Oh. Finally, not even soon, finally, it wasn't just my shirt that he removed from my body. Every article of clothing he and I wore ended up scattered through the room. One was on the TV, one ended up in the fireplace. Oh wait, that's a fake fireplace, never mind. One ended up on that ball of a light right there. Unnoticed and uncared for. The only thing we cared was about was each other and the pleasure we gave each other on our bed. That's a dirty bed. I would not want to sleep on that bed. We made sweet and passionate doodly-doo, rocking to the rhythms of our hearts and our desire for each other. Every moan I made, he matched it in kind. Every breath I took, Erik found a way to make it heavier and hotter. No, okay. Somebody complained that I started, talking during a battling scene, and now I'm talking during a sex scene. But here, I want to say, if you're here for a serious sex scene, you've come to the wrong place, my friend. I will interrupt it with every ounce of me. My nails and fingers dug into his shoulders and back in pure ecstasy. That's the second time I said this today. As he continued to drive me into me. I feel uncomfortable. Into me over and over with his passion and love, pulling me higher and higher towards my limit. It's over 9,000. I could only tighten my legs around him. Pull him to more heated kisses, moan against his lips in desire. When we both passed, what the hell? I gotta read more 50 Shades of Grey, I'm confused. It was a blissful and fiery ride towards a peaceful and loving wave washing over both of our bodies. Lost in my pleasure, I could only cuddle into Erik's arms as he wrapped them around me and pulled me against his chest. His feather-like kisses peppered over my forehead, making me smile.
Good night, my princess. I love you.
Love you too, Erik. I could only close my eyes and relish in the warmth Erik gave me as I let my mind escape into dreamland. I need a drink. I'm thirsty. Ha ha ha. Shut up. Oh jeez, that took a lot of energy. That took a lot of energy from me for some reason. Get it? Erik took a lot of energy. To my surprise, the child didn't return. I was a bit saddened, but I didn't let my thoughts linger on it any longer. I had a peaceful dream with Erik wrapped around me all through the remainder of the night. I need something. As the morning came, however, the other incubi essentially kidnapped the brother, despite a minor protest. Knowing that we had work to do on the wedding, the brothers were relentless.
We're just stealing him for a bit. We'll return him later.
Why does Sam look so disgruntled? He's like, fucking back here. Shit. But we have to...
Everything will be alright. You can finish working on your dress while we keep him out of the house.
What are you gonna do with him? What are you planning to do with him? He better come back alive, I swear. I mean, yeah, but...
You could survive a day without your love slave. Marrying him, after all. It's not like he'll be gone forever.
He's my love slave now, is he? Well, you know what? I won't protest to that.
Everything will be alright, Princess, I promise. As soon as we're done with whatever they want to do, then I'll come straight home.
I will only accept that if you yell, "Honey, I'm home," when you walk in the door. Okay, I love you! I love you too. Thanks. I could barely make out him saying I love you too. Oh. Yeah, I love you too, as he was dragged away by his brothers. As the front door closed, I could hear Erik being thrown over someone's shoulder, probably Sam's. I sighed before looking around the mansion. Since I was indeed alone, I had the chance to try to find the spirit again. Why had it run away the first time? I quickly rushed to the backyard, looking around it. It was much brighter, yes, but perhaps the spirit was still there. Despite not being able to find it, I scoured the entire mansion in hopes of meeting the orb again. It almost became a game of hide-and-seek, only I didn't know if the orb was hiding or was gone. After a straight hour of looking around, I gave up. The orb was nowhere to be found, and I was certain I wouldn't meet it again. I could only let out a sigh at the thought, but I shook my head to forget about it at least. It had given me a moment with my love, so I was grateful. I went back to my room and flopped on my bed. Not really sure... These... the fruit fly. Not really sure what to do. I could have organized what I was going to wear with my dress, but I really didn't want to pull my dress out of the garment bag it was in. Staring at the ceiling, I felt my eyelids slowly get heavy, and soon I was letting my sudden drowsiness take hold of me. What was happening? Why did I feel so sleepy? It was close to noon, or was it past noon? I somehow couldn't remember anymore. Don't worry, I get those moments where, like, I'm just kind of sitting there, and I'm like, you know what'd be nice? Looks over to my bed. That would be nice. And then I just end up taking a 50-hour nap. Yep, that's how long I sleep for. How about you guys? 50-minute. I allowed myself to fall asleep, blaming the search of the wedding and the wedding stress that had lingered in my mind for tiring me out. My body floated in darkness, met once again by a soft and peaceful lullaby. This nap was perfect and I definitely deserved it. My body felt comfortable and my thoughts were lulled into a quiet hum that accompanied the lullaby in the air. The only thing that would have made it better was Erik. As if my dream wanted to please me, an image of Erik appeared in my mind. He smiled, his heart-pulling smirk at me, and I felt myself become warm and fuzzy just from his gaze, as he floated over to me. Sorry, just imagining him just like trying his best just to doggy paddle his way over. Like, I'm trying, but there ain't no friction. As he floated over to me, I became entranced in his eyes. My voice wouldn't come out, despite wanting to say his name, but I wrapped my arms around his neck and pulled him close to me. He leaned into my embrace, ghosting his lips over mine teasingly. Was his dream Erik trying to seduce me in my own dreams? I pressed forward, wanting to kiss him. We both didn't make a sound, but let our kiss relay our love for each other between our lips. My heart pounded in my chest as he wrapped his arms around my waist and pulled me even closer to him. It was strange. He felt so real in my arms. I combed my fingers through his hair, feeling the pink copper strands on top of his head. Yet this was a dream. I knew it was a dream. His arms gently ran along my back and waist, not daring to go below it, but making a wonderful shiver run up my spine with each stroke. I really liked this dream and tightened my hold on Erik, letting him know that I enjoyed his touch. Erik eventually pulled away from the kiss and smiled down at me, running a hand over my hair and caressing my cheek. I stared up at him lovingly, feeling a soft swell in my lips from the kiss we had shared. What I didn't expect was him to slowly lean down and planting a soft kiss over my chest. It was just over where my heart was. I stared, unsure why he did such a thing. As my heart began to feel warm and lighter, I let a silent sigh out of my throat, feeling the pleasure of its sensation. Erik slowly backed away and disappeared, but I continued to feel the warmth of my heart slowly emanate through my veins like a slow adrenaline rush. What was happening to me? Tingles ran across every nerve in my body, making me shiver in delight. Whatever this was, I liked it! Soon the warmth lulled me into a peaceful hum, and I curled into myself, wrapping my arms around my body, From the comfort it brought, I felt at peace while my body felt like it was embracing the warmth enveloping it. It was strange, but I accepted the restful feeling. These bitches don't know how to do a real evil laugh, I swear to God. What? Feels like a knife just went through my ear. Ugh. From the darkness, dark laughter invaded the air, breaking the lullaby and making a sudden cold feeling wash over my skin. Before I could react, however, a large and deep pain invaded my chest, almost like a sword stabbing all the way through my body. I could not see anything of the sword as I looked down at my chest, but my hands tightened over where the pain had erupted from. What was happening? I coughed, feeling blood splash on my mouth and drip down my lips. I gasped for air, disgusted at the coppery taste in my mouth, but I was unable to break out of the illusion. I needed to wake up. The stabbing pain ripped through my side as if an invisible blade in my chest unsheathed itself from my torso. I felt a second stab through my stomach, more blood gushing from my mouth. Someone help me! Felt my body slowly start to shut down. Was I dying in my own dream? Why couldn't I wake up? Cold waves ran through my nerves, numbing my body as if I was indeed slowly dying. As blood dripped from my chin, I felt lightheaded in the darkness. But an almost violent shake broke me from my dream, forcing me to physically open my eyes.
Princess!
Hello! Oh, it's bright. Ah, my eyes. My pupils. I gasped for air, no longer able to taste blood or feel pain. I was back in my room, staring at Erik's concerned face as he held my shoulders. I shuddered from the experience, unable to forget the feeling of being stabbed in my own dream. What was it? Huh. Erik, however, had saved me.
Love, what happened? You were thrashing around and...
I was swimming in my dream. I was part of Free. I didn't let him finish. I grabbed Erik's body and slammed myself into his chest, happy to no longer be trapped in the dream, and thankful that he woke me from it. Erik wrapped his arms around me and gently rubbed my back, soothing me as I began to cry into his shoulder.
Did you have a nightmare?
A little bit. It was terrible. It was exactly in the darkness. I couldn't do anything about it.
Shh. It's okay now. You're safe.
Oh, that's...
Right here.
Oh, so reassuring. Go shh again. I could only nod as Erik rocked me back and forth, comforting me. It may have been a dream, but I was still mortified by it. It seemed almost too real to just be a dream. I didn't want to think about it anymore. I didn't want to remember the dream, especially how horrible it was. I was supposed to be getting mentally ready for my wedding, not having nightmares about dying. Erik kissed over my head and my face, trying to soothe my sadness. He wiped away my tears and continued to hold me close until I was calm and relaxed. I tried to reassure myself that it was a dream. It was just a stupid dream. Just a nightmare. It's never just a nightmare. It's just saying. Erik gently pulled away, not releasing me from his arms. He looked down at me with a soft frown.
I'm sorry that I left. I should have been here, making sure that you had good dreams.
That was kind of cheesy. What the hell just fell? Oh dear. Oh dear. Where's my zip strip so I don't accidentally turn it off? There we go. I shook my head. Erik needed to spend time with his brothers. It was important enough to him that he let himself be dragged away by them. No, it's right. I'll be fine.
Are you sure, Princess?
Yeah, I'm sure. I had to shake this off. I didn't know what was going on, but now Erik was here, and he could be with me in case anything else happened. After I had finally calmed down, Erik told me about what the boys had done. They took Erik to a cafe deep in deep town. Chicago is where we are! We're in Chicago! Oh, thank you. Just wanted to have a brother-to-brother talk with him. I was happy to get to spend time with them, but I was happy he got to spend time with them, but Erik had practically rushed home to return to me. The dream did not appear again that night. Erik used his powers to enter my dreams and keep me safe from anything that tried to hurt me, and thankfully nothing did. Ugh. However, there was a strange feeling in my gut that didn't sit right with me. For some reason, Erik's comfort didn't make me feel okay. It was as if I didn't want him to be in my dreams. My heart knew this was a problem, but if I was unsure how to respond to this new feeling, slowly as the days passed by our wedding approached, the feeling became more aggressive. Soon I was becoming irritated more easily. I became angry at the smallest things, the steps he took, the things he'd wear, the looks he gave me, or what I assumed he gave me. No, Erik, I don't want I don't want to do anything right now.
Love, I didn't say anything.
Oh my gosh, PMSing so much on him. I feel so bad. You're looking at me with those sex eyes again.
Sex eyes? I swear, I wasn't doing anything of the sort.
It's just his eyes, man. You're doing it now. I couldn't control the words that were flying out of my mouth. Something was wrong, but I continued to speak cruelly towards Erik. My heart was at odds with my mind, and I didn't know why I was doing it, but I continued my barrage.
Love, what is going on?
If I only knew! Maybe you're the problem, Erik. Maybe you're the problem. What's going on? You are what's...
I'm sorry.
Oh, dear. Oh, it's so bright I can't even see it. I felt Erik's enthrallment take over my body, forcing me to go weak in the knees and kneel out in surprise. My mind stopped thinking about attacking Erik, and my heart felt entirely relieved that the urge was gone. Erik gently wrapped his arms around me, being sure to keep his arms around my shoulders, and rocked with me, trying to calm me down.
Love, are you having doubts?
I don't wanna! I'm finally doing Erik's route, and it's going so terribly! Oh. No, I'm not. I don't know what
You swear you're not having doubts about us?
I promise. I was able to speak the truth under a spell. Okay, good. It was strange. It was like I was under a curse when I wasn't under his enthrallment, somehow despising every little thing Erik did, yet it wasn't true. I loved everything about him, but my mind wouldn't agree. I gripped Erik's shirt, wanting to stay close and show my true feelings for him.
Listen to me, okay? I love you so much. If you have any doubts on us getting married, then please just tell me. I don't know what's going on in your beautiful head.
I love you too. I really, really do. I don't know what's happening to me. It made no sense. Why did I despise Erik yet love him? My mind, heart, and body were at odds with each other, and I wasn't sure what to do. This all went on until the day of our wedding. Somehow Erik managed to deal with me the entire time, enthralling me when things became rough to keep me calm. The other incubi tried to decipher what was going on with me, but none of them could figure it out. I was going to marry Erik, and then I was going to figure out what was wrong with me. I knew I still loved him with every inch of my heart, mind, body, and soul, so feeling disdain like this was not natural for me. I had asked Erik to place me under enthrallment for our wedding. In case I lashed out again, he reluctantly agreed and stayed with me the morning of our wedding day. I was supposed to dress alone and be by myself, but I needed Erik to keep me in check. I felt ridiculously warm and fuzzy as I stood in the bathroom, having come account of a hot shower with Erik. Woohoo! We didn't do anything together, but he remained close enough to keep my enthrallment and remain energized enough to maintain the enthrallment. What? Erik gently ran a brush through the strands in my hair. Being as sweet and caring as he always was towards me, because of the enthrallment I felt each stroke and derived so much pleasure from his brushing. It was so hard not to move.
Well, love, today's the big day.
Yeah, I'm so happy. Considering.
I truly hope so. I'm the happiest man alive to be able to soon call you my wife.
I want to be your wife. I want you to be my husband, but I'm such a bitch to you. I felt like crying. Why did I have to be enthralled to say such things? I really loved him, but somehow I couldn't bring myself to say it without him casting his spell over me. Erik looked at me through the bathroom mirror gently smiled, believing me and placing a small kiss on my cheek.
By the way, are you using a new soap?
Aw, we haven't seen her since the last game. It's amazing. Where's the shower, by the way? Whatever. Huh? I looked at Erik, unsure of what he meant. I had used the same soap I always use, so my scent shouldn't have been different. Yeah, it's good. Erik tilted his head and gently inhaled again before smiling a little wider.
You smell different. I kind of like it.
Kind of. You kind of like. Sorry, I'm lashing out again. I'm sorry. Hormones, man. I blushed, not because of the enthrallment, but because it didn't know I had a different smell. Was something that off about me? It couldn't have been drastic, right? Erik finished brushing my hair and smiled, kissing my head.
All right. Time for you to get into your dress. I'm afraid that I can't join in dressing you as much as I want to. Can't see the bride in her gown before the wedding. I also have to get to the ceremony venue to get my tuxedo. However, my enthrallment should stay on you until you arrive.
Okay. I tried to fight back, but Erik held up his finger.
No. I promise that everything will be okay. As soon as I see you, I'll enthrall you again, and we can go through the ceremony as planned. Okay?
Kind of creeped me out a little bit. That whole line just creeped me out just a little bit. As much as I wanted to fight it, I was thankful that Erik was willing to go through all of this to make sure that I wouldn't throw a fit, despite me not wanting to in the first place. I agreed and earned a small kiss from him, which I relished.
All right. I love you. I'll see you soon.
Sure. I nodded, smiling back at him before he slipped on his regular clothes and left the mansion. I felt the enthrallment on me ebb and flow through my body, so I needed to hurry and get ready before it wore off. I got dressed in the wedding dress in my dreams and smiled as I prepared my hair and jewelry. Julie! Damn it, Julie! Jewelry. There we go. I really did look like the perfect bride, ready for her big day. Why was I acting out against it? I would never know, but I was going to fix this after I say I do. As I stared at myself, I could see a small glow in my body. Was it Erik's spell? I giggled, wrapping my arms around myself and enjoying the feel of his spell he had on me.
I knew it! That girl has demon magic.
I haven't done anything! I've literally just stared at myself in the mirror. Gosh, you people are like... What the?
Quit talking and let's take her! The demon lord will be so pleased.
Who? Before I could turn to search for the voices, I felt hands grab at my feet, and I looked down and lifted my dress. 2 pairs of evil-looking hands had taken hold of my ankles, reaching through a dark red and purple pentagram. I shrieked, trying to pull my legs away, but couldn't stop them as they swiftly pulled me to the ground. I was pulled deeper into the darkness. It was no longer in my room. I was being dragged through a dark void, one that I couldn't escape. I reached out and clawed at the dark, trying to find something to grab onto. I tried to pull my legs away from the hands that were holding them, but couldn't pull free. What was going on? Why was this happening? Someone help! My nose is all stuffy. As if someone had heard my screams, I suddenly felt the hands let go and disappear, leaving me to float in the darkness they left me in. I shut my eyes. Please let this be a dream. Please let this be a dream. I finally felt a surface underneath my feet, and I collapsed onto it, my body curling in on itself from the experience I had. I didn't dare turn my eyes away from my lap, not ready to get up just yet. The voice I heard, however, made my heart stop.
You! What are you doing here?
And I'm gonna end it here! Woo! Woohoo! I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye!